Warmest greetings to Professor Dr. Jasrul Jamani bin Jamian. I will be presenting the introduction of Group 6 for this assignment. The following are the contents that are involved in this project. The first is project overview, which gives an overall picture of this project as well as the conditions that it has to compensate to fulfill its objective. The second is project assumption, which deals more on the economic conditions that are involved in cost-benefit analysis. And the third is client overview, which gives the overall standing of the client as well as the operating condition which is subjected to the premise that is being analyzed. And the fourth is load profile analysis, which is more on the analysis method that is involved to manage the load that is involved in the premise. For project overview, the potential DSM solution for overhead cost reduction are implementation of energy saving schemes by the utility companies, such as energy conservation campaigns. And the second one is energy efficiency implementation. This is more to the government, whereby rebate is given for those who purchase energy efficient equipments. And the third is implementation of renewable energy solutions via distributed generation in the premise, such as solar PV or even wind turbines. And another solution would be implementation of net energy metering scheme, which is also subject to the availability of the utility company involved. And the cost benefit analysis deems the most economical program to be proposed to the client to ensure that the client benefits in the long term. And the tariff rates also vary for peak as well as off-peak hours. Hence, this gives a lot of weight for the DSM solution that are to be proposed in this project. And the project assumptions are as follows. Discount and interest rate are at 6%, inflation rate at 2%, and all of these are based on the contemporary economic conditions. And assuming that 30 days in a month, 22 are to be working days and 8 as non-working days. And the tariff and appliances component prices are assumed to be constant throughout the 21 years of project lifetime to ensure that sufficient understanding is given for calculation purposes. And the client overview is as follows. It's a shop lot restaurant that is around 254.37 square meters, and it operates around 13 hours a day and 5 days a week, whereby Friday and Saturday are weekends since it's in the state of Johor. And the lifetime of the project is expected to be 21 years, which is quite a fairly long time. And the load profile data estimated using square wave approximation, whereby the area under the graph are segmented into rectangles, and consequently the area are calculated to give an estimated value of the load that is being consumed in the premise. This is an example of the calculation that was done to estimate the load that has been consumed in the premise. Best regards and thanks.
The figure shows a line chart of average daily energy consumption at the premise. The percentage of the base load is 16.88%. The base load contributes from 12 am until 9 am. There is a consumption between the time even the restaurant does not operate because there are few electrical appliances that run 24 hours, such as refrigerator and freezer. The peak consumption is starting after 9 am since the shop operates at 10 am. Here is the electrical bill before DSM is applied. The electrical charges is being charged using Tarif A. This premise operates 22 days in a month. The monthly consumption is 775.165 kilowatt-hour, so the electrical bill would be 1,364 ringgit 70 cents. So the owner will spend on annual electrical bill is around 16,376 ringgit 40 cents. Here is the daily usage equipment for a restaurant.
For DSM analysis, we changed 2 freezers with 1 large freezer. The energy consumption before DSM was 2715.6 kWh, but after DSM, the energy consumption is 2014.8 kWh. Here is the tariff analysis for different kind of model. Since the freezer operates 24 hours, the usage hour will not change, but the electricity charge per day may be reduced. Before DSM, 2 freezers were used where the electricity charged around RM3.75 per day, but after DSM, the charge is RM2.73 per day. This is the cost-benefit analysis for old model and new model of freezer. If we talk about the price, it will save up till RM530. The tariff price per day also save RM1.02, while the tariff per year save up till RM371.97, and the total energy saving per year is 700.8 kWh. Based on NPV analysis, the project will be accepted since NPV value is larger than 0. For the simple payback, the duration is 1.42 years, which is less than 12 years, while the CSE is less than the tariff price, which is 43 cents, considered as acceptable. In conclusion, by installing new freezer, electricity bill could be reduced up to 2.27%, which is RM371.97, and the energy savings saved up to 27.18%, where it saves 700.8 kWh annually.